I can't subscribe to my dick making me let my race down. I can't subscribe to that. Now, I'm not gonna lie. I'm mainly attracted to black women. But
Lord,
if you think I won't smash a woman from another race, you done lost your mother mind. You done lost your mother mind. Let me tell you something, man. I done seen some bad bitch in all races. Black, white, Hispanic, Asian, broke hoes, rich hoes. I done seen bad all races. Now, I'm not gonna lie. I do believe if I married a woman from another race, I might be taken away from my community. Right. And I can explain that. If I decide to invest my resources into a woman who's not black, I am investing my resources into another community.
Right.
I don't understand why, motherfuckers, when you see somebody with somebody, you judge them. You don't know their story. There are people who are together because that person they with is the one who got their back and put in work with them.
6 months later.
I know too many sisters that have made the dad a villain. What do we do about this? Sisters, if you see a black man with a woman from another race, I'm saying starting in 2025, how can you knock him? I'm not saying he should. I'm not saying that. We talked about the Jimmy Carter funeral. Michelle Obama, where she can go speak, she's there. But where she's supposed to have a seat and hold down the ex-president of the United States, she's not there.
Black men were so terrible. Why do other races of women want them? I promise you, if black men were so terrible, these other races of women would not be desiring them. There would not be whole schools and classes on black culture that other races of women are taking to learn more about how to attract black men.
How do you get women who are in denial and then other women tell them, go ahead, girl, live your best life, don't settle? So women are telling other women this stuff. And you know what's starting to happen? I'm gonna tell you what's starting to really happen. Becky, Marisol, Myling, and Jamila are saying, okay, you don't want Keith, you don't want Tyrone? They're going to take Black masculine studies at University of California, Fresno. Maria's learning how to fry chicken the way we like it.
Within the next couple of years after that, I noticed I started to get this population of white women.
Yeah.
I didn't know why they were there. I didn't know why they were there. And when I began to kind of ask them, in the hallways, under the, why are you taking this class? You have to be careful how you do it. And I started to find, well, my boyfriend is black, and I want to understand him and his family, or I'm trying to date some of the men on the basketball team or the football team or whatever, but I don't understand them. So they were doing research. They're getting A's. It's a weird thing where I got to give A+ to white women in a class on black males because they are handling all the homework assignments and reading everything to a T. They're asking me about the citations that were made by the author. I'm like, good Lord. And I would say, another 3 or 4 years after that, I noticed the population shifted from, white women to Latinas. And the Latinas were coming in with the same kind of intensity, the same kind of questions, the same motivation.
You want to know why our black men be choosing these white men? I'm gonna tell you. See, black women, we don't let men be men. We're trying to force what we believe he should be on him. Then we when he want to be his own man. We place restrictions on our love, our sex, our just everything that we are to him. We got restrictions on.
One of the fundamental truths of the world is that most people don't realize what they have in front of them until it's gone. A lot of ladies swear up and down that this guy is just corny and never going nowhere in life. No swag, nothing that they identify with. Just doesn't make them tingle down under where it really counts. Just not interesting. Then when he comes back and develops himself, they really want to be with him, but it's far too late. And there's a whole lot of examples of this on a daily basis, but guess what, ladies? It's too late to spin a block, because when you try to spin a block, sometimes yesterday's price is not today's price. This man has been around the world and seen people who actually treat him with a degree of femininity that you are not accustomed to. So when you did have a chance to grow with somebody, you didn't grow with him. And now you get down to the same old, same old. Nobody wants you. You're undesirable. And then when that man goes to find somebody, what do you say? Every time he gets on, he has to get a white girl. It just doesn't make sense now, does it?
Then we quick to tell, go get your white then. And then he go get him a white. She letting that man be him. She see the potential in him, but instead of trying to force him to change, she the catalyst to that change. You notice every time a man go get him a white, he act right, he ain't cheating, he ain't with no black bitch no more. See, the white don't nag him. She already appreciate the greatness in him, and they know how to shut the up too. Oh, and they pay bills and buy shoes, and y'all just too cheap to do all that.
Even the anti-snow bunny himself, Dr. Umar, understands that in many cases, the sisters have this basic fundamental difference between the European snow bunny. And let's not forget the senoritas and the Asian ladies all understand the value in the future and not just the present. We call it delayed gratification.
A big difference between the snow bunny and the African queen is the snow bunny will find a black man in progress. She will find him on the job. She will find him on the university. And that snow bunny will see a black man with potential, and she will invest in him. She will help him level up. And then when the sisters see him 5 years ago, 5 years later, he's a millionaire. And the sisters say, look at that sellout. He went and got a white girl. But guess what? When he was looking for a sister to help him level up, to invest in him, none of them wanted it. You know why? Too many black women want a finished product.
No, the issue isn't the black men, but the good ones y'all don't want. Y'all don't like the nice guys. A lot of you women, you black women, y'all are just as undesirable. Y'all are so busy getting on these podcasts talking about how nobody wants black men, when in actuality, nobody's telling you this, but nobody really wants black women like that.
I said, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Greetings, you polite savages, and welcome to another Tip Talk.
You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
Ladies, gentlemen, and polite savages, we are now about to embark on a journey sure to anger feminists and modern women alike. The only thing we can do is guarantee to tell you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth as we see it. And that truth you seek at times is a bitter pill to swallow. But you gotta shut up and take your medicine. So there's nothing else left to do but get on into it. Are you ready? Let's go. One of the biggest misconceptions is that men in a community, once they make more and more money, they automatically just leave and look for a lady of a different race. Even though studies show that most definitely 85% of black men will marry a black woman. But as we know, stats mean nothing when somebody is feeling overly emotional and they're just looking at what they want and not what they have. You see, a lot of these ladies, they're not satisfied with the person that they're with. So they give that person grief. They take his peace away. They treat him horribly because they're looking at what this person does not have and not what he can obtain in the future if they work together. It's one of the biggest things and the biggest misnomers that happen in all communities. This delayed gratification is almost like we're allergic to it nowadays.
Other races of women have sat back and heard black women for my lifetime say they don't need us. And they're saying, oh, black men, according to the CDC, make the best, most involved fathers. We grew up in a gynocracy. We grew up, most of us raised by our mamas, so we are even more willing to listen to women. Black men are far easier to get along with than any other group that's really raising a serious patriarchy. So this is why you're starting to see non-black women are actively competing. They're all over my Instagram, all over my YouTube. They're all in there because they listen to black women say, I don't want that average guy. I don't want this, I don't want that. And he got to earn this and earn that. And they're like, so black men's first choice would be to be with black women, but black women in mass aren't really prioritizing relationships. not when you are value to us. You're prioritizing a relationship, you've done what you want to do. And then it's like, all right. And it would be different that if the end result was a better, more agreeable woman, but the tendency is not.
But let me tell you one thing, ladies. What men want is peace. I know you think it's corny. I know you don't understand. But what men are coming to understand is that women will not allow a man to have peace if they are toxic.
But men nowadays, they don't like crazy women at all. That's a turnoff to them. Men nowadays, they like peace.
Yes.
You hear that? Number one survey answer says men like peace.
Because to them, peace looks like happiness. And they don't like happiness when they're not around. She's not going to preserve your peace. And I know there's some women in here like, no, I'll preserve my man's peace. And you're a fucking liar. Just think about a time your man was in the room by himself, staring off into the distance, smiling, and you walk past the room. Did you look at him and go, he looks happy. I'm gonna leave him by himself. He looks happy. Or did you go, is he smiling about?
We're all the men that like peace, clap it up. Anybody else? Yeah, you see that, ladies? Yeah. You see how proud they are? That is gay as f.
And let's not get it twisted that Divestors are in full force, making sure that they call you Dusty, call you this, call you that. Oh yes, they had a bad experience. They looked around and realized that nobody wanted them, not the men they wanted, so they decided to demonize every man who looked like them. Because there are two personality types who find love and romance outside of their identity. One of them is, hey, I met you circumstantially. We just kicked it. It clicked. I liked you. You liked me. So we went on to see what we can make of this situation. Another person is absolutely fetishizing, looking, searching, yearning for something totally different because when they look in the mirror, they don't appreciate themselves.
I'm getting really tired of this idea that it's only wrong when a white man hurts me. It's all good for men who look like me to do whatever they want and say whatever they want. And I'm just not okay with that, okay? It's really hard to be a part of a community and feel the love when there's only one kind of backlash.
What's your favorite thing about black men?
Nothing. Black men suck.
They're
bad. They cheat. They don't care. I'm with the white boys.
What's your favorite thing about black men?
Nothing.
Why say that?
I don't like black men. Not very many meet my standards.
What's your favorite thing about black men?
Nothing.
They're
just terrible.
My favorite thing about dating a white man is financial security.
Why is that y'all all saying answer?
Wait, yeah, like what? They always say that like you're not going to have security elsewhere.
Anything else about white men?
He knows what he wants.
What do you want then?
He wants one woman.
I said, I just want to say once.
One of the most interesting things is when you see ladies like this one proclaiming that these men know exactly what they want. Like white men aren't out there fathering multiple children by multiple different women. Because trust me, they don't ever think about Elon Musk, Clint Eastwood, or men like Mick Jagger. Yes, you see, this is a powerful men trait, spreading their seed around. But I guess what? They absolutely know about Nick Cannon. They absolutely know about Mr. Cam Newton, because the struggle doctor herself, Bryant, absolutely brought those men to the forefront, but neglected to speak about the other men because her confirmation bias was just that, aimed at black men. I'm talking about powerful men, not Pookie and Ray Ray, Jethro and Jebediah, spreading their seed recklessly with no financial means to take care of them at all. And I understand, maybe she's just concerned about her community, but I doubt it, because she was all up in people's business without them even asking. It's just one of the things and one of the ways that these ladies portray themselves as being more than they are, but it's the height of hypocrisy. And I'm definitely not saying it's the right thing to do. I don't agree with it. I agree that a man should try to build a family, build a stable environment to make sure the kids are raised up in a stable way. Sometimes ladies, they deny peace and they will abscond with every piece of peace that you've ever had. Because it all comes down to the absolute real issue. The average lady in the community hates to be told she's wrong, hates to be held accountable. Accountability is like kryptonite. Peace, if it doesn't involve them, is like poison. And if you buck up and let them know, they will say, oh, how dare you talk to me like that? Because this masculine traits of not trying to take any direction from somebody, the anti-submit, the anti-cooperation is embedded into the community, feminist deep. And these feminists, these third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, whatever wave we're at, feminists have forgotten what it really means to be a lady. And that's a damn shame. And I don't want to beat up on the sisters. I want you to win. I want you to be happy. I want you to get exactly what you deserve out of life, because you deserve what you put into it. But if you're putting negativity out there, the negativity you come back. And it's the hardest thing to deal with. We all have sinned. We all have faults, but we must all work to make it better. It's called accountability. And we're known as the canary in a coal mine, but don't get it twisted. Every single nationality in the West are going through the exact same thing now. The chickens have come home to roost.
You still not giving me an answer.
I just gave you the answer. Why do women get so defensive when they're called out on
because
something?
You don't want to be honest. You don't want to deal with the truth. You don't want to change.
We
what?
just don't want to deal with it.
Exactly. Why? Why is that an issue?
Because we kind of want to do what we want to do, and we don't see you guys. Men complain about things that are just sometimes just why. Why are you upset about it? You do. And I feel
because
like
there's something wrong.
For me.
And the only way to communicate and fix things is to address it.
I don't like to be told
and
that
deal with it and fix it.
I don't like to be told that I'm wrong.
I'm going to say something kind of wild.
You didn't have to raise your hand.
If I were, okay, well,
I like that though. Being obedient is awesome. Oh my God, that is a trait. What you just did is a trait that a certain communities would kill for it. Like, I said you're obedient, and you didn't say, oh, I ain't no obedient. And you were just like, you went in there.
That's my thing. I'm trad wife till I die.
I don't know what you talking about, Dr. Umar.
Men and women have two different ideas of what peace is. You know, because to a man, peace is nothingness. But to a woman, peace is validation for why there is nothingness. You understand? So she starts prodding you with questions like, why are you so quiet? Why is it so peaceful right now?
Just look at her face. It's just like a stroke victim. It's just, can you imagine if I'm your man and I have to be with, like, I'm trying to disco dance to make your life better? I'm sorry, say that again? Go ahead.
You have to make me laugh.
No, don't even go, That's what I knew she was gonna say. That's the face she has. And that's what you deal with. That's what she has to add. You have to make me laugh. Who's gonna make your miserableness? That's not my job to pull your misery from inside your gut. I don't know what happened to you. I can't make the things you're still dealing with from when you were 6 come out in laughter.
Thank you for watching the Tip Network. Follow us on all social media outlets and ask yourself one burning question. Can you handle the tip? Boom, we're out.
We found true happiness.